I'm Helen Dickinson, I'm Chief Executive of the BRC, and we are interviewing retail leaders as to why the government should buy into retail. Today I'm here with Anthony. Anthony, tell us who you are and how you got into retail.
Yeah, so Anthony Houghton, Chief Executive for Holland & Barrett for UK and I. Got into the industry when I was 16. I joined Currys as a Saturday boy. Just fell in love with retail then while I was doing my A-levels, and 35 years on, here I am.
And what do you think the best thing is about the industry in your view?
The focus on customer, the diversity, working with so many different people, the talent, the range of career opportunities that you've got. Love the competition, and that can go both ways from time to time. But the constant change, the innovation that happens in retail every day, and actually we make a really important contribution to life, you know, be that for the people that work in the industry or the people that they serve. So there's lots of things, but it's for 35 years I've got out of bed in the morning and jumped out of bed. I love doing what I'm doing.
And from a Holland & Barrett point of view, what is it that your business does to contribute to what we've called the everywhere economy?
I think we're playing our part. What we know is that people are living longer, but they're living longer in ill health. And we're taking that really seriously. We know that NHS and health systems generally are under pressure. So how can we play our part in that? We invest a lot in training our colleagues on preventative health, and we're really focusing on health span. Yeah, in terms of how can we help people to live happier longer, healthier longer, preventative care if you like. So if I think about where we are across the UK and Ireland, within 90% of households we're within 25 minutes. Within 15 minutes, 74% of households. So we're pretty accessible, but we've got a website that's available 24/7, and our focus is on providing efficacious and science-backed products. So what do I mean by that? We provide products that do what they say they're going to do to help people with their wellness, and we double down massively on advice. So advice that you can trust. And more now, certainly post-COVID, people are focusing on their health and wellness, and it's an important role that we play. So we're taking it really, really seriously.
And from the government's point of view, why do you think they should buy into retail?
Just the contribution that retail make, and I think it's the biggest private employer in the UK, the third biggest employer overall. So the financial contribution that it makes, and it's in every town, city, village. I've just been in a coffee shop just literally before we've had this conversation, and the role it plays in the culture of the country is really, really important. So the economic contribution is absolutely huge, but the cultural contribution that it makes is really important, and I really think we need to protect it.
And given that there's some tough trading conditions for many people across the industry, what specifically do you think the government should do to support and to show that buy-in?
Yeah, so it is tough and it is challenging, and for me it's important that we have the right partnership. I appreciate that they've got an extremely difficult job to do, but I think if they could try and understand more the impact of the decisions they take on our cost base, actually I think we could improve the way we work together. I'm sure there's a fairer system for business rates or incentives to driving net zero harder. We could lead net zero if we really work together in the right partnership. Could they offer support for renewable energy? Solar power. We've just renewed our whole fleet of lorries. No real support. It was a significant cost to the business, and that's something we've had to find a way of swallowing. Could they look at partnerships with retailers that are trying to tackle health and wellness, that takes the pressure off the NHS? We've been trialling some community projects where we've taken our colleagues out of stores in 2 cities to go into the community, try and help people with their health and wellness journey. And if I think about what we're doing internally in the business, we're trying to practice what we preach. And what do I mean by that? All of our colleagues now get an annual blood test diagnostic. All of our colleagues get £50 of free products. And we've launched an app which is called H&B and Me, worth downloading, have a look at it. And it's an app that focuses on behavioural change. It gives you a biological age. It shocked me when I had my biological age, but it also gives you some behavioural nudges and tips around sleep, nutrition, physical activity, emotional well-being. So we're trying to look after our colleagues, and we're trying to do that, but it comes at a cost. And I wonder whether the government could support retailers like that, that's looking after their colleagues, and be that some sort of support financially that actually will have an impact in terms of reducing sickness, which reduces the impact on the NHS. So I think there's a ton of things to do, and for me it's about how we come together and really understand how we can help each other. Yeah, so in summary, you know, we're trying to lead the change, we're trying to be positive, we're trying to be innovative, and actually if we could work more closely with government, I'm sure we could actually go quicker and have a much bigger impact on the people that's out there.